Welcome to another exciting edition of the Next Level TV program. And this is your regular host, Oscar Bimpong, as usual, in the driving seat, taking you to your destination of success. Another Sunday, another powerful discussion. I told you there's a lot of negatives out there, but with the next level, that is where you find the positives. That's where you find inspiration. That's why you find better ways of doing things. That's where we give you the tools that can help you to achieve your dreams in life. For most of you, you have stayed in a certain level of your life for a long time. This is the time for you to move to the next level of your life. How can you do it? What are the modalities? What are the strategies? What are the compelling structures that will cause you to move to the next level of your life? What topic are we going to discuss? We are going to discuss how to kickstart the next level of your life. And who is in the hot seat to discuss this pertinent topic? He is a person I've known how many years? For a long time. And he is also into media. He's a media persona. He's an author. And he is a life coach. He is in the person of Richard Oluyinka. Please welcome to Zip TV, and you are on the Next Level TV program.
Thank you for bringing me onto your program today. It's awesome to be here.
Richie, how have you been keeping? Because I'm finding it difficult getting hold of you for you to even come to this program. Because today you are in Nigeria, the next day you are here, then you are all over the place. What's going on?
Well, it's not about just jollying around, but it's about helping people have a grasp of their life and letting them be the real them that they had wanted to be inside of them. And wherever I'm needed, I'm readily available to go there.
Because I have to get my part of the check, because you are not busy for nothing. You are just really making impact, and the checks are coming on the side. So get me my part of the check next time that I see you.
No problem. we are laying the foundation now. The checks are coming in.
The checks are coming in, right? So how is things? Because to your topic that you chose is in relation to the name of my TV talk show, because you are talking about how to kickstart the next level of your life, and my TV talk show is called The Next Level.
Yeah,
what a coincidence!
one of my mission statement as an individual and as an organization is, one, to help people jumpstart the next phase of their lives, to help people become successful in all dimensions, and to help people live the life they wanted, live life on their own terms. And because when you look at conditions, situations, they control us, the economy, the weather. But my mission statement to help people jumpstart their lives. And when I say their lives, I mean every aspect of their lives. Although I'm going to shed more light as we go on in the discussion today.
Yeah. This program always starts with the motivational quote of the day, and our motivational quote of the day today is by Winston Churchill, former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. What did he say? He says, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that matters." That is really powerful.
Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. I tell people that success is not a destination. It is a journey.
It's part of the journey.
It's a journey. And when you talk about failure and success, there is a thin line between failure and success. And the difference between the two of them is people who have failed and people who have become successful, they keep on doing what they want to do, what they are supposed to do, until they get the result. That means it's a journey. You don't get to a point to say, yeah, now at this point I've become successful. Success is continuous. It's continual. It's not something you do at once and you say, okay, I'm successful. So, and when you're failing on your way to become, it means you can fail forward, which means if you failed in something, what you need to do next time is, what would I do better than what I did,
The
so that
last
I will
time.
get a different result.
Yes.
That's why people like Thomas Edison, tried his experiment over 10,000 times before he actually give us the light bulb, the electricity bulb, and the lighting we are here today. Because he had failed, but he was
Yeah.
failing forward.
Yes.
So it's not fatal when you fail to say, you have not lost anything, but rather failure teaches you so many things. When you have failed at something, it means you need to do more.
Wow.
But we don't always see that. We think once we have failed, failure teaches you a lesson. Failure teaches you to say there are better options that you need to try, you need to explore, that you have not explored. So that's a powerful quotation from Winston Churchill.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a lady that was on this talk show, Ellen Powell, and he gave a different dimension to failure. He said it's a feedback for you to do things better.
Exactly.
So he said there's nothing like failure, but failure is just a feedback for you to do things in a different way.
Right.
So, you made a very powerful point that success is not a destination.
Not at all.
So some people achieve some level of success and they stay there.
Well,
why is that the case?
you don't get satisfied with success.
But there's a lot of people that have stayed in a particular level for a long time. Let me give an example. Some people have stayed in one particular position for 20 good years with almost the same pay structure, almost the same role. Is it a destination for them, or they don't understand that it's a journey, they need to move on?
It depends on how you look at success. Like I said, success is not just you have achieved something. It's a step on your way to becoming successful. If you're 70, you can still become more successful.
Exactly.
You don't get to a point to say, at this point I'm successful. You need to do more, because there is a different thing in becoming successful and maintaining your success. Because if you don't maintain your success, you might eventually even get worse than you started before. So when you become successful, which is individual, the way I see success is quite different from the way some other people will see success. Success is no accumulation of wealth. Success is not just because you can provide for your family, but success is you want to fill this cup with water, but you can get water and you have filled it with cup. That's a success.
Wow.
But we have always believed to say, oh, only those people riding good cars are successful, people wearing good suits are successful, people who have good wristwatches in their hands are successful. That is not success. That's just materialism. But success is you have a vision, you have a plan, but you are executing it. You have the resources to execute it, and you are getting the results that you wanted to get. That's success.
So I think if people understand success from your perspective, then everybody will be happy.
When you are successful, obviously you will become happy.
But do our way of understanding success or defining success is materialism, isn't it? It's like it's
most times we look at success from the material perspective.
But is it from the wrong perspective?
To look at success from the material side is very, very wrong. I use myself as an example. When I sat down and I established what I called Richard Solutions, which is about training, teaching, development, and life coaching. It was because I wanted to get people better. And I'm always happy when people call me or people chat me on Facebook or send me messages to say, oh, I read your book, and the book has helped me to be able to do this, to do this. The book helped open my eyes to see that. To me, that is success, because I did not write the book because I wanted to have it as a souvenir to myself. I wanted to change people. I wanted people to read, and that's success, which means it has met the objective for which I wrote the book. That's not just money. But I'm happy when I see people who have read books like that, or who have attended my seminar, or who have listened to my MP3, and they're like, oh, we will want you to come and speak to us for 30 minutes, for 1 hour. So that's success. Yeah. So although in the course of it, money might come in, but it is not just about money or materials.
It's what you are saying, it really makes sense to everybody, right? does it mean that we are being given the wrong information in terms of the definition of success?
Yes.
Because let me tell you now, I know Richard for some time now. Before I knew Richard, Richard was not on TV. Now I see you all over the place, on Ben television and all that, right? People in quote see you as successful.
Yes, that's part of being successful. It means you're relevant. It means because if people are bringing you on TV for interview, it means you have something that they want other people to listen to, other people to have. That is part of success.
Wow. Who is responsible for making that decision that will inspire that transition from where you are now to that next level?
Wow, you're trying to push me to talk about the first chapter of this book, but I'm not going to speak about the book. But the principle, I put some principle in my book, Make That Move Now, and that is to say responsibility, which means you are responsible for where you are as a result of the decisions you have made. I'm quoting myself now.
Yeah.
You are responsible for where you are today as a result of the decisions you have made in the past and those ones you have not made. Which means you cannot blame the economy. You cannot blame the government. You cannot blame your dad who left your mom when you were 10. You cannot blame your mother who ran after another younger man. You know, you will keep blaming people. But meanwhile, what are you doing with those information? Because those are informations that you have to make decisions about. And if you don't make decisions, people will make decisions for you.
Yes.
We have them in the House of Parliament, you know. They make decisions for us daily.
Exactly.
So there are some decisions people will make for you, but there are some decisions that only you
can make that
decision. And I mean only you can make that decision for yourself. Not like because somebody said this is the person you should marry, then you go and marry the person. You have to go for this course in the university because that is what your mother or your father wants you to do. You need to actually know what do you want out of your life. And that's why today I'm speaking about how to jumpstart, how to kickstart the next phase of your life.
But the point is, I've met a lot of people in my lifetime and all they do is the blame game. Because my auntie was, for example, supposed to help me, my dad was supposed to help me, my brother was supposed to do that. Why is it always the case that people take their responsibility on other people? Why is it the case?
Now, when you look at people who have made it in life, and I mean people who are affecting lives, I'm not just talking about rich people, you will discover that they didn't have a robust upbringing. They didn't have everything that they needed to get to where they want to get to. But they sat down, they put things on paper to say, okay, this is what I want, and they started to source for the resources. I tell people, the number one resource that you need is not money. I tell you again, the number one resource that you need is not just money. The number one resource that you need is the vision, is the picture of where do you want to get to. If you have that, there will be provision for your vision. Because there is something I call leverage. Leverage is on many dimensions, in many dimensions, on many perspectives. The leverage of your association with people. Some of you have ideas that will make someone who trusts you to say, oh, I believe in that, your vision. Now I'm going to invest so amount in that vision. But if you don't have things you want to run, we were sharing before we came on here of an idea that I was sharing with you, and I told you how everybody was like, yeah. Now, it's not every time that you need money to start something, but you can start with what you have. Although you will need money in some things, but what do you want to do? That's what will determine what you need.
Wow. You make a very significant point that I want to reiterate on that. Money is not what you need.
Money is not all
that you need.
Yeah.
But when you look that somebody that want to kickstart to the next level of their life, when you ask them what resource is preventing you to make that move, I can bet you 70% will tell you, I don't have the money. Resource in terms of money, is it one of the biggest obstacles that is preventing people to make that move to the next level? Or is it a myth that there's a way around it that people can get and still achieve their dream?
Where you are going will determine how you will get there. When I was coming to the studio, I came on the tube. If I was going, if my journey will require me to go by air, I will go by air. So I will not come here by air when I'm supposed to go by train. So because I know where I was coming to and I knew how I will get here, so my provision will be to look for some money that will take me via train, not air ticket. So where you are going is the number one thing. That's why I told you, what you need is not just money first. Where do you want to go to first? Then when you know where you want to get to, then we'll talk about how would you get there. Do you want to walk? Do you want to ride a bicycle? If you're starting a business, what is the idea of the business? Because I hear people so many times, they say, I want to lose weight. That's too ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
I want to lose weight. You want to lose weight? That's too big. Okay.
You need to break it down for them.
Yeah, you need to break it. I want to lose 5 kg in 1 month. That is so specific. It is so realistic because you can measure your progress.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you will know whether you are failing or you are making progress or you are retarding or so.
You know, that is really powerful. I was giving a motivational talk at a seminar, right? And I told them people don't really they really concentrate on the disadvantage of their resources, not the advantages. And I gave an example that I was going to work and there was traffic around Wimbledon area and I was stuck in traffic for about 30 minutes. But I saw my work colleague who was on a bicycle just passing by. He reached work earlier. I was late for 30 minutes, had a cup of coffee before he started work. Now, anybody that is supposed to use bicycle to work will think, man, the resources are very limited, because when you look at the energy you have to put in, when you look at it, you know, the time that you get to job and all that, compared to a car, everybody will opt for a car rather than what? The bicycle. Yeah. But the bicycle have got advantages that we don't dwell on, but we dwell on the negatives or the disadvantages of the bicycle. Yeah. This is the situation. This time around, the bicycle, the person using the bicycle, reach his destination earlier than the person who was using the car. So, in terms of resources, there can be limited resources, but there are advantages that you can use to make that limited resources work.
Definitely.
But we don't dwell on it.
No.
But that was a powerful thing that you shared, that where you are going is very important.
You need to know where you're going first.
Yes. So the responsibility is you.
It's your own responsibility.
So people should stop blaming people.
Let me tell you, if you're looking for somebody to blame, I tell you, you have 1 million things to blame. But rather than look for excuses, look for opportunities. Opportunities are everywhere, and I say it again, opportunities are everywhere. Where there is war, some people can make millions there. Yeah. Where there is hunger, some people can make opportunities are everywhere. So I'm sitting on one land now. This is an opportunity. Yeah. I mean, it's an opportunity for me, not just to talk about myself, but to let people see that they can be who they want to be with what they have. The opportunities are everywhere. Opportunities are everywhere.
So we are surrounded by opportunities.
Every day we come by opportunities.
But we don't see it.
But we don't always see them.
You know, I was reading about a guy that have started a company. And you know, when somebody starts a good idea, is there you realize that, so I could have done this. What was I waiting for? You know what this guy has done? If, for instance, you are working in Birmingham, you go there Monday to Friday, you drive down back to London. Now, when you go to their website, you put your details there, and people that are going to Birmingham on Monday will join you. and they pay for their transport. Saturday, when they are coming back, you bring them back. Instead of them going for the train that is going to cost them so much, you give them half the price. So that person makes a little bit of money, and the place is flooded all across UK. This is a very simple idea, but very powerful. You see? So there are opportunities. Doesn't mean that we are refusing to think.
You see, for every idea that is executed, there are also over 10,000 people who wanted to do exact thing. But the difference is that someone took action.
You know what I put on Facebook last week? I normally put motivational quote of the day on Facebook every time. And one thing I put was that the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is the action that they took.
Because if you take action, you generate results.
Why is it that people don't take action in the first place?
Because we're satisfied with intentions. Before I wrote this book, Make That Move Now, I lost my job, and when I lost my job, I started thinking, what's the next thing for me to do now? So I then started Richard Solutions Incorporated, which is about training, consultancy, leadership, development. Then the month I started the Richard Solutions, I got another job. What was I trying to say is, you can do something until you do something. And even though I got a job after then, I did not stop what I had created. So I then had multiple streams of income. So I'm not expecting income from one source. So we have to explore where we are, explore where you are right now. That's just one of the fundamental things to help you kickstart the next phase of your life.
Wow. This is really powerful, you know. But you know, the journey of moving to the next level is about building a new mindset. How important is your mindset in this transition?
Very, very powerful. You know, most of us, we have what I call negative self-beliefs. Because people around us have spoken to us. One of the commonest one is your color. Some of your friends will tell you, oh, you want to do that job. They won't give it to you because of your color. You don't even have the accent. Oh, nobody even loves the way you laugh. You know, they will look at things that will not work for you. But your self-confidence is very powerful. It's a propelling force. It's a propelling force. I had the opportunity to work in a very sensitive part of this system, which I wouldn't want to mention. But when before I joined, I wrote an examination. And I was one of the minority who was there. And I went on to work in that organization. Then when I got in there, I then started asking myself, why is it that I had not applied for this job before? Because I had the mindset to think, oh, they're not going to take me because I'm not of this color. My accent is this, my accent is that. Life teaches you things. So if you don't do, you wouldn't know where you can get into.
So it's about taking that bold step.
Yeah, the negative self-belief. You need to neutralize the negative self-belief. Never let things, you know, some of us who went to teachers who have told us that, oh, you never do anything good.
Yeah.
You believe, and before you know it,
It sticks.
that statement keeps ringing in you over time. And there's no one here who does not have one iota of, we all have one sentence of negative self-belief.
Oh, exactly.
But it is not left for you to dwell on your negative self-belief. I've seen people of my color who is doing better. I've seen people who are not even of my color who are not doing well. But it depends on what do you want to choose.
Do you choose the positives?
Do you want to choose people's opinion about you or your own opinion
about yourself?
About yourself, what you know you can do.
Wow. You know, what really affects us? Is it the environment, our family? Because there is this mindset that creates limitations. For instance, my whole family, nobody have been to the university before. So there's already a limitation on that person's mind. that he cannot also go there. How
Wow.
can one person overturn that? Because it's all about this mindset that we are talking about. That I will say to myself, I can go to university no matter what have happened to my family in the past.
You see, that there's something that I really love about myself. Never judge yourself or never judge your own success based upon what somebody else has achieved. If you're judging yourself based on the success somebody else has achieved, then in fact, I tell you, you will not even have enough strength to go throughout the day. What am I saying? Like, you have your own TV program now. If you compare yourself with Ofra, you will definitely think, oh,
Yeah.
So, but you don't base your own success upon what others have achieved.
No.
That's number one. Then we shouldn't dwell on what people tell us. You are an expert on yourself. Nobody knows you like you know yourself. And there is a you that have not been exposed, that you have not you released. You know, sometimes if you look within yourself, you know that there's sometimes inside of you something is telling you, Richard, set me free, let me go. There are many things you wanted to do, but you know you can do it, but you are timid based on those negative self-belief to think the economy won't favor me, my color won't favor me, the climate won't favor. You know, you look for too many things.
It's true. It's true. Because from what you are saying, we can always overturn that limitation on our life.
Exactly.
And me, for instance, when I started radio and TV program, for example, the TV program, people were asking, you need to emulate people that have been on TV. You need to do that. You need to try and learn the way they talk, the way they express themselves. But no, this is me. This is the foundation of Oscar Bimpong. This is what I believe in, and this is what I'm going to do. I can learn from them to really make me better. But my basic concept, what I believe in, I have to portray. The beauty of me needs to come out. Exactly. That's what you are telling people.
Exactly. Be yourself.
But
Be
it means it boils down to self-confidence. Self-belief.
It's not that it's not bad to copy someone, but you can only copy their ideology.
Yes.
But don't copy their character.
Okay.
For instance, you can copy a successful presenter, someone who has made a name, who has caught his edges and everybody knows. But you cannot wear the suit like he does. You cannot speak like he does. Speak like yourself. Present your own program. And that's the way life is. You cannot, imitation is limitation. I wrote in my book.
Imitation?
Imitation is limitation.
Powerful.
And what do I mean by imitation is limitation? You know, I love music very well. And when you look at the music of Michael Jackson, in fact, before he sings, when he plays his music, you will know this music is unique to Michael Jackson. And since his death, nobody has played music the way he plays it. Nobody can sing the way he sings. So, but if somebody wants to imitate Michael Jackson the way he dances, even everybody, even children will know, oh, this is not the real Michael, it's just copy. So, but if you dance the way you want to dance, they will associate you with that way. So imitation is limitation. When you don't even know if you're yourself, you can be better than yourself. You know, people like Oprah Winfrey, if they were copying someone, they will not be where they are now. They will not be where they are. So it's always good to be yourself. Be who you are. Let the real you come out of you. That's all.
Listen, I've been blessed here. I don't know about you. But if you are watching us, please call somebody to listen to this program, because these are some of the things that we discuss that really help us to achieve our dreams. It's very vital information that we are really discussing here, and we are going for a quick commercial break, and when we come back we are going to continue our discussion, so please don't change the dial. Welcome back to the Next Level TV program. And this is your regular host, Oscar Bimpong, always in the driving seat, taking you to your destination of success. And I have with me Richard Oluyinka. He is an author, a media persona, and a life coach. What topic are we discussing? If you are joining us now, we are discussing how to kickstart the next level of your life. Have you stayed in a particular level for a long time? What is really causing you to stay at that level? Do you want to move to the next step of your life? What can you do to achieve that? This is where I have Richard in the studio of Zip TV, and we are discussing this pertinent topic, how you can move to the next level of your life. Richard, I'm really enjoying this. Yeah. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You know, you're giving so much information.
I don't know if I've given too much information, because what I'm saying is not new, but it's just about acting on the information that we already know. Because if we don't do things that we know, we will not get results.
Wow. Back to business, right?
Okay.
To move to the next level involves a lot of planning process.
Yeah.
Because there is a saying that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You know, this planning process, do people really take their time to really plan when they want to move to the next level?
Well, I think not everybody plans. What we all mostly do is what I call guesses. We're just doing trial and error. To jumpstart the next level of your life, the first thing is to evaluate yourself where you are right now. Okay, let me ask you, are you satisfied with how much you are earning now? Because it's about evaluating where you are right now. Are you okay with where you are living right now? You're okay in your 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 5. Even if you're in 5-bedroom, do you think you're okay where you are right now? Do you have vision? Do you have tasks, projects that you want to do that you have not done? Do you have people, friends who support you to be better than you are? This is what I call evaluating yourself. It's actually about a 1-hour coaching I call transformational life coaching, to help you see where you are right now. Then if you know where you are right now, then you can then know where do you want to be. If you know where you are and you know where you want to be, now it will not be too much difficult to get you to where you want to go to, because we will always look at what are the resources that will take you to where you want to go to. I said before, when I was coming here, I knew my house, my postcode, and the postcode of here. Then I went to TFL to check how to get here. So I know where I am. I knew where I was going. Then how I will get there became easy for me.
Yes.
So the first thing to do is, what is your vision plan? Because that's the first thing, your vision plan. And when I say vision, I'm not, for those of you who are Christians watching me, I'm not asking you about things that you see when you have prayed. No. But what I mean by vision is, what is your mental picture of the future that you desire? Where do you hope to see yourself in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? What is the expected end that you desire for yourself? That is your vision. And I say that vision is the product of purpose. You have to know your purpose before you can know what you can get a vision. And when you have a picture of where you want to get to, you need to write it down. You need to write it down. You see, the problem is we have intentions. Even if you have intentions and you have plans, once you write them down, you read it every time. It motivates you. I have a journal. I call it Success Journal, where I write my plans, my visions, my goals. Those ones I have achieved. Those ones I'm still lacking behind. Because I know it amazes you to say somebody like me will still have some things I'm still lacking behind.
Yeah,
is to be able to measure myself and to be able to judge whether I'm making progress or I'm not moving at all. So you need a vision plan. If you have a vision plan, then you need to produce action steps. Right, you know where you want to be in 5 years. If you're a student, you want to become a degree holder, then you need to enroll and go to the university. So within that 5 years, you go to university for 3 to 4 years or 5 years, depending on the course you want to study. That is action plan. And when you know how you get there, you need to enroll. You need to fill UCAS form if you're going to the university. You need to get a form if you are going to the college. So life is simple. But life is difficult for people because they cannot simplify their lives. When you can have a vision, when you have action plans and you execute it, that's why I say that you are making progress. You are doing, and you will definitely get results.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. So it's all about planning.
It's about planning. It's about planning.
People don't plan. As you say, they make guesses in their head, right? And they just sit down and they plan along the way in their head.
Planning is a deliberate effort that you want to become successful. And I told you, being successful is not about money. Planning is a deliberate effort that you want to become successful. We see buildings all over our environment. Somebody sits down and write a plan. This is how tall we want the building to be. This is how deep we want the foundation to be. That's planning.
So it's all on paper.
It's all on paper. And they execute it phase by phase, stage by stage. They don't build a roof first. They start from the foundation. They take it up from there, and they do electrification. They do water system. They do so many things, and everything goes at its own stage. That's the way life is, in the same way too.
So some people, they want to start from the roof.
No. If you start from the roof, you get different results. Because if you're building a house from the top, it will crumble.
Exactly. But that's what a lot of people do in real life.
But life is real. That is, to me, is not a real thing to do. When you believe things will just work by chance. Success is not by chance. Achieving anything in life is not by chance. It's by deliberate effort. Make that move now. What is it that you have been saying, I wanted to do? That's what you said. You wanted to enroll in a course. Go and fill the form now. Make inquiries. One thing that amazes me with people of my color, I will say, is that we always go to ask people who have never even tried what we want to do. And we go and tell somebody who is still struggling, say, I want to start a business. Obviously, what that person is going to tell you that you fail. Because that person does not have, that person doesn't have an experience.
He hasn't done it before.
You need to look for information. Information is very important for you. You need information.
And these days, information is readily available.
Information is very cheap now. Very, very cheap now. If you go online, ehow.com, Google, information is very cheap. There is nothing you want to do in this world now that somebody else had not done before.
Because when you look at things now, before you gather one information, you need to physically be at the library. And before you go there, the book is not even there. But these days, just at the, on your phone keypad, all information is available.
There's even a website now. They call it eHow. E standing for electronic how. How to bake carrot cake. How to write your goals. How to just Google eHow, and you will be amazed things that will pop up there.
Wow.
eHow.
Wow. But as you were saying, right? What is preventing people from moving to the next level?
Number one is inability to become responsible. I tell you something, what irresponsibility will give you is that it will make you start to look for excuses. And when you're dwelling on excuses, you have not allowed yesterday to go. I tell people, let yesterday go. Forget about your mistakes of the past. Although your mistakes of the past, your failures of the past, they are teaching you something. But when you keep on, remembering yesterday, it saps your energy. The energy that you would have used on today, it takes your energy away. Forget your successes of yesterday. Some people will say, wow, when I used to drive that car.
Exactly.
Forget it, you are not driving it now. It is now that matters. Talk about what you want to do now to get better. Not when I used to,
that is really powerful.
Ah,
And people still live in the past glory.
When I was living in that house, when I used to have 1 million suits. Now you don't have them again. Let yesterday go. You know,
this is really
funny.
powerful.
Let me make you laugh on a lighter mood. Somebody said, "Do I know why we don't have our eyes at the back? It's because God does not want us to walk backwards." But
Wow.
that's what we do when we are always thinking about if you knew me when I was in Ghana,
Yes.
you're not more in Ghana, you're in the UK now.
But that's what and it's become part of us. Yeah. I was doing better off when I was in Nigeria. I was being better off before I came to this country.
Forget it. Do now. What is happening now? That's what matters. It's not about yesterday. Let yesterday go. Today is the future you dreamed about yesterday. Yes. You know the future is now.
The future is now.
Some of us are saying, my future is bright. Your future is bright. Now, your future is now. Your future starts from now, at this time. Future is not tomorrow. The future is now. Now is the future we were praying for yesterday.
Yeah. I was telling some people, if you ask me the time I know now is that it's 5:45. But the next moment of time, I don't know.
It's tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. So the time is always now, because that is the time that you know. Any other time anybody asks you, you don't know.
No.
So there are certain principles and concepts in life that we really need to learn, isn't it?
I don't know if it is okay for me to talk about this book.
You can talk a little bit about it.
Now, in this book, I call this book Make That Move Now. In this book, I wrote it because I want people to move from positive thinking to positive doing. A lot of us, we confess, I shall do all things through, but we're always confessing, but we are not doing.
So it's from positive thinking to positive doing.
Positive doing. Do now. Enough of motivation. When people tell me I'm a motivational speaker, I tell them I'm not a motivational speaker. You're cheating me if you call me a motivational speaker. I'm a life coach. I want to help you jumpstart the next phase of your life. I want to help you to move from where you are to where you're supposed to be. So this book is to help you move from positive thinking, from motivation to doing, that will generate results for you. I tell you sincerely, I can give you this book, the e-version of this book, the first 5 people to email me, if that's okay.
Yeah.
The first 5 people to email me on Make That Move Now with Richard. Make That Move Now with Richard at yahoo.co.uk. I'll send you the e-version of this book. And I tell you, when you read this book, you will find a lot of principles I have put in this book. The first chapter of this book is about the starting point, which is about responsibility. The next one is about decision, which we have. It's like you have seen this book before you started asking me this question. The third one is about change. Change starts from you. We all want the government to change, but we don't want to change. Change your approach to life. If with the way you are handling your life, do you think if you continue this way, you will still get the different result? I wrote in this book, I said, insanity is doing the same thing over again and expecting to generate different results. I won't be able to talk more.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, let's go on and because there's, as you are saying, people need to move from positive
confession to doing.
Yeah, that's really powerful. Does fear of failure really affect people?
Definitely.
Why is it the case?
Because
I've met people that said, I did that business and I failed, and I'm never going to go into business again. Why?
Now, just like we said, when you try something and you fail, number one, failure means you have not done enough. It doesn't mean you are bad. It just, now, I wrote an exam sometime and I failed. But I didn't stop there. I wrote it again until I passed it. What it just means, for instance, if you're a student, you wrote an exam and you failed, it means you did not prepare enough. If you are a businessman, you went bankrupt, it means something went wrong. If you don't fix what went wrong, even if somebody gives you £1 million and you still start the same business, you still fall into the same mistake. So we need to know the reason why we are where we are.
Exactly. So fear is really a factor.
Fear is a factor, but we can use our fear to propel us to action.
How?
Okay, like we're here. If suddenly we hear of some kind of storm,
Or a blast or
of blood somewhere, we will move away instantly. It's
yes.
an instinct.
Yeah.
It's an instinct. Let's use our fear as a positive factor to push us to action, to push us to change, to push us to responsibility.
It's really inspiring what you are saying, because fear is part of the human experience.
Yeah.
And some people are able to manage it better, others are not able to manage it
Of
better.
course, of course.
The point is, fear is gripping people from the outside and the inside. Because from the outside, for example, the political situation around, the economic downturn is putting fear in people. One. Inside, people have made a step in other things that they wanted to pursue in life, but it didn't go right, and it has really affected them as well. So fear is from two perspectives, right?
Yeah, but I
But
always.
how do people manage these two? Because now even our world is full of fear. Now when you switch on BBC News 24, everything is more about the negatives of what is happening across the globe than the positives.
I tell you, there is positives around us. Look around. I said it before. In war, there is always the positives in the negatives. But we just have to tap into inspiration around us. Let me give you an instance. I have a 7-year-old son. Sometimes this boy inspires me. And you will wonder, how will a 7-year-old boy inspire his father? But if you want to look at negatives, you even see the negatives in the plate of food on your table. But if you are looking to see motivation, you will see it all around you. You will see it all around you. Like some people might be watching and say, wow, actually I can become a presenter. Yeah. The person is seeing the positive in what he's watching. Is not it. The person has not chosen to look at the negatives of the CBN news or CU or whatever kind of news. So let us tap into the inspiration around us. There is inspiration around every one of us. No, wherever you are, even if you are in prison, there is positives around you.
Why do some people stay at a particular level for a long time?
Well, it's because they've refused to update themselves. That was why I said when you have become successful, you need to maintain. You need to sustain your success. It's a different thing to become successful. It's another thing to maintain your success. That's one fear for people. You know, some people have the fear of success. They fear that, if they become successful and suddenly the money goes, the people that they have, they have been bossed to. It's a fear of becoming successful. Just like some people are afraid to become a failure. A lot of people are afraid to become successful.
Wow. That's from a different dimension.
Yes.
Fear
of failure.
So they rather love to stay in their comfort zone.
Yeah, that's what exactly. That's why some people they just want to be in their comfort zone, meaning that as long as they can feed themselves, as long as they can get to their work, as long as they are paying their mortgages, they don't want to do more than that. That's a comfort zone. But I tell you, at that point in time, there is danger also.
There is still risk attached staying in your comfort zone.
In your comfort zone, you need to push the bar. Push the bar. Stretch yourself.
Have you ever met people that says, as you were saying, it's okay for me if I can get one car and my small mortgage, that's it?
A lot of people are like that.
So is it the right thing? Is it the right thing?
It is not right. You're writing yourself off. You're putting limitation on yourself. Sometimes we put limitation on ourselves a lot. And if we put limitation, if you limit yourself, then you have limited your boundaries, you have limited your success. Even when something that will make you extremely successful is coming to you, you will yet not believe in yourself.
Richard, your last word.
Wow. Okay, let me tell you something. Although I may not have met you before, but there's something that I know You are unique. You are powerful. You are strong. You can achieve. Where you are now is not a definition of where you will be. Whatever you have purpose in your life, your visions, your dreams, your aspiration, make that move now. Right where you want to be in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time. And I will partner with you till you get to where you want to get to. Keep watching this program every Sunday.
Powerful. I'm really inspired, you know. I guess we can go on for the next 1 hour because there's more to be shared as well.
No problems.
Yeah, but
time.
wow. Thank you again for coming on the Next Level TV show.
It's a pleasure that you brought me onto this.
Yeah, exactly.
Show
And
today.
you will come back because there's more to be shared.
No problem. I will definitely honor you.
Thank you very much for watching today's program. And as usual, I'm blessed. What a powerful topic to discuss. Listen, don't stay at where you are. Move the next step. And the next step, another step will follow. But if you stay where you are without making a step, you will always enjoy what you have known as you have stayed on that level. We are here to inspire you that it is possible that you can move to the next level of your life. There is always the positives in life. Look at the positives and manage the negatives. And let me tell you, you are born to do greatness. You are born to achieve.
Right.
You are born to make it in life.
Right.
Stop people telling you about your opinions of you. Try to make your own opinions about your life because you know what you can do to the best of your ability.
Right.
I'm here to tell you, have a blessed week, and next Sunday, tune in and join me on the Next Level TV program. Thank you very much and have a blessed week.
Thank you. Bye.